girl. Look at that baby. Look at
Okay, Bandit. How's life, baby? What have you been doing since May 31st, 2013, after over 3 years? Almost 4 years. Well, actually, you were starting your 4th year with Bandit at the Animal Care and Shelter, Animal Care and Control in the county of Sacramento, Sandi. So, how's it been having Bandit home?
Oh, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
Yeah. Have you seen any?
Part of my heart is here.
Well, yeah. You brought your heart home, and now you've completed that circle, and you're whole with that little void that was missing, or the void that was there by her not being home.
Yeah.
So
it's been incredible. It's incredible. All of my heart and my soul is right here. Right here.
And I could tell she's just grateful and loves you to pieces, just the way she's looking at you, and that her head in that position. So, have you seen a change in Bandit from the day that she was released to today, which is today, of course, is October the 13th. Lucky number 13.
Yes, that's right.
That's
That
right.
day.
That was the day that. Wasn't the day she was released, but
it was the 13th of May.
The day I don't remember the significance other than it was a lucky 13. Something happened on May 13th. The meeting, right. The day of the meeting that they agreed to release her on May the 13th with the Chief Deputy of Municipal Services, Robert Leonard, and then that was on May 13th, and then on May 31st was her actual release date. So there's that inverted 13 for the 31st, and today is the 13th of October, which is interesting that we seem to keep coming up with that lucky number 13 for Bandit.
And here used to think that was a bad omen.
No, not in this case.
That's become the luckiest number ever.
Yes, lucky for Bandit. So Bandit, why don't you tell us what Bandit was like when you brought her home and how you've seen her progress over the months?
Very frightened. She didn't know. She was just not comfortable because she was afraid. She just wanted to be near me because I don't know, it had changed her. All that time being in there changed her. She didn't know what to think. Just being happy and actually being free for the first time in all those years, can go in and come in the house when she wanted to, and she met her sisters that she didn't know. She was very happy with all of this freedom and the security, knowing that everything was safe. She didn't have to worry about all these crying, poor other dogs. It just never stopped. The whole time she was there was always frightened dogs crying out and barking and being hysterical because they were so afraid. And I think that transferred to her, and not knowing what her future was. Whereas now, she is acclimated quickly, actually, that she has freedom and security and not having to worry about what was going to happen to her. She's secure here.
Now the only thing she has to worry about is people showing up wanting to interview her and her mommy and kiss her and hug her and meet new people because she's quite the celebrity. So let me ask you a quick question, going back to the day you brought her back and the days that followed. Did she sleep a lot, or did she act differently than that you would think? I mean, it was different than what you thought it would be. Was she kind of decompressing? Did you notice anything different?
Exactly. She didn't want me out of her sight. She wanted to stay close. She still does. She wants to be wherever I am, except that she knows now that she can go outside at will and lay out there as late as she wants to or as early as she wants to, and know that I'm going to be here and that she's not going to be abandoned. And she's so much more comfortable. She just was worried that she might be left again.
Yeah, she was.
It's because I had to leave her every day when I went to the shelter, and I had to leave her. She is so, I don't know. She has always shown gratefulness of her love. that she gets.
Even if it meant her getting it from behind the bars and
Right.
in a kennel, she was
Exactly.
just whatever it was she trusted that you knew.
Oh yeah.
Somehow you came back every day, and it seemed like she was trusting that and just hung on and hung
Right.
on every single day. And lo and behold, it paid off for both of you because, after, like I said, starting the 4th year of Bandit being at the county, she was released. It was amazing. Everyone has seen her video of her victory walk. So if you haven't, that's certainly on the About page at savingbandit.com. It's in the About section of Bandit's Facebook. In case anyone's watching this, they could watch her victory walk in the About section. And Bandit does have her own website, savingbandit.com, where we'll continue to just post pictures and progress on Bandit and any other dogs that we're able to help through the community that has come together that helped save Bandit. So, what do you guys do for fun?
This.
This is just kind of a snug and kissing fest.
Absolutely, all the time.
So, have you taken that long road trip that you wanted to take with her?
I did. In fact, the company that just left this afternoon to go back home has 10 acres in San Juan Bautista, California. And we did go on a long trip, and we spent over a week down there on that 10 acres of running and roaming and being with other dogs and lots of people that just adore her. She hardly knew what to do with herself with that much space. She kept moving around and watching me the whole time. Like she wanted to go and discover, but she wanted to make sure I was right there. And it was a very, very good process for her. Very good process, because she knew that she was not going to be left. And she enjoyed the whole time because there was lots of other dogs there and lots of people that loved on her. And it was a country life. And she enjoyed every minute of it.
Oh, she was
apprehensive in the beginning because she was a little nervous about, am I going to be left here?
Yeah.
No, baby.
She's smart.
With your mom.
She's never going to forget that separation, and I think she'll never forget the fact that you came every day, and she'll never forget the reunion and her freedom from being at the center for that long. I think she knew what was going on the day that she was released, and I think she does know now the difference between being here and being there, or just not being here with you. She doesn't, whatever that is, she doesn't want it. She just wants to be by your side. She's your guardian angel, Sandi.
Oh, absolutely. She is, yes.
Yeah, has your life changed as a result of having her home?
Oh, yes. I feel like I've got all the security of knowing my baby's right here.
Yeah.
And I rarely leave her. Rarely.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if I do, there's somebody here with her. And she is never pinned up, ever. She is in a fashion. She has her yard and she has her house, but she has the room of being outdoors or indoors, whatever she wants to do, in any room she wants to be in. Absolutely, she has the peacefulness about her, which she's always had up until that event, that she knows that she's home, and I know she's home, and I love being here with her. All of my animals are important to me, and I give any one of them the type of promise that they will be cared for until the end of their days.
Well,
I will always be there for them.
It shows. It shows that you are a responsible an animal lover, and obviously with your own pets, you could tell because Bandit is a unique animal. I've never ever met a dog quite like Bandit, and I could tell that it's obviously a reflection of who you are, Sandi.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, what was your first night like when you came home? I've asked you about Bandit, what it was like, the decompression. What was it like for you to be able to bring her home? And over the course of the days and the weeks, did you notice a difference in how, obviously, you felt overwhelmed with joy, but what was it like knowing you didn't have to ever go back?
Oh, it was such a relief to know that I never had to go back and know that my baby was there against her and my will, and that I also, in that particular situation, is to not see these poor other frightened animals it was so hard. I left there every day depressed that these poor animals' future was bleak.
Yeah.
And it was heart-wrenching
Yeah.
for me, because there was so many, it looked like gorgeous, loving animals. They're just begging for love. And that brought tears to my eyes on a daily basis, because I couldn't save them all. I ended up, over the years, I ended up adopting two more little dogs that just, I couldn't resist them. I just couldn't. I wanted every one of them. If I'd had a lot of property, I'm sure it would have been full of a lot of good, loving dogs. But in any case, I was very grateful that I don't have to endure the guilt that I couldn't save them all because I wanted to. And the first night at home with her, every time I'd fall asleep, I would wake up and I'd make sure she was there. And it took me over a week to get over that. I could get a whole night's sleep because every night I'd just wake up after just a few minutes sleep and checking, and she was right there, making sure she was safe. And it made me feel safe with
Good.
her home.
Good.
And, yeah, over time, she's relaxed. She still sleeps in the same room with me. And I just know where she is all the time. It makes me feel happy that she's comfortable and she feels safe.
So you've been able to kind of let go and just kind of like a release of the tension and the fear and the negative situation that you were in. It's got to be like a release. A big weight was lifted off your shoulders, and now you can enjoy life and continue to whatever God has in store for you from here on forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like being able to stay home with my babies and not having to go to the shelter and see the poor tortured animals. I guess in some ways I expect that may be a good thing for some of the animals, but it breaks your heart to know that they've been relinquished sometimes because the people can't take care of them, or they don't even care that their animal has been picked up and thrown in jail in that horrible circumstance.
Yeah.
It just reminds you that sometimes humanity isn't what you think it is. And I don't understand that, being an animal lover and a person of hopefully a good... I appreciate the people I know and love, and they know it. People that know me know that I care about them as well as I do my animals. And I would really like that people would be able to be more kind to their animals, because it's very important to us as human beings to have that love come to us. I think it makes us a better person.
It does. It says a lot about the person with regard to how you treat creatures that are less than you. How you treat them says a lot about who you are. And so you're a big person. You're lovely. You're a beautiful person inside and out, Sandy. And I just want to say that as a result of your love for Bandit and everything you did to stay by your Bandit's side and never give up on her, you've actually helped to save other dogs, whether you know it or not, through your effort of pursuit to have Bandit come home and all the awareness that was brought to Bandit's 3 years at the shelter. There have been over 6,500 people who have been following Bandit, and it's because of that community that your quest for saving Bandit has created that community, and it is through this community that we have all learned about other dogs, other similar situations, and that information is saved on Saving Bandit Facebook page. We have, as a community, saved other dogs. One at a time. We don't focus on the huge picture necessarily, but if we can help just one single dog and change the life of one single dog, we have done that, and it's exponential. this love of Bandit has reached out to many, many lives, and you can see it by the people who come together anytime we post something about a dog in need. People just want to know, how do I help? Where do I go? What do I do? Just tell me. So yes, you are helping other dogs. They're in, yeah, absolutely. So I hope that you sleep good at night knowing that because of your love for Bandit and in bringing it to the public eye, that you have helped other dogs, and some we can talk about, and some of them are just happening in the background, and we will never hear about it. But all the sharing and all the caring that goes on is touching many, many lives. I mean, I'll name a few. There's Joe Chance, the dog that was left to die in Bakersfield. That would have never come to light if it hadn't been for saving Bandit. Poor Bandit, unfortunately had to get her notoriety this way, but Joe Chance, the little puppy, was on the hours of death when we shared him on Facebook, and everyone came together. We raised enough money to get him the care he needed. That same day, he was being relinquished to the pound there in Kern County. He would have been euthanized, you know that, because they don't have money to care for a dog that's that close to death, right? So because of the community and the love of the people who came together to save Bandit, we were able to save Joe Chance. And every now and then we post pictures of Chance on Facebook. And he's a huge, beautiful dog now. I think you've seen pictures of him. Fortunately for a dog in El Monte, a beautiful German Shepherd was shot and killed by a police officer. We shared that, and we were able to put together a petition that was signed by many, many, many hundreds of people. And as a result, the city of El Monte and the El Monte Police Department have changed their procedures and policies on how they handle dogs when they are approached or approach a situation or a call where a dog is involved. So while that dog had to lose its life, the officers have been trained and the policies and procedures have been changed as a result of Kiki's death. So those are just a few. There are other dogs that we have helped, including Bella, the puppy who had a deformity in her leg and ended up with an injury and could not walk for months in her early years. And so we raised enough money so that Brennan Palmer could get her to a vet and have a specialized surgery. So these are the few that I am able to name off the top of my head. So as a result of your love for Bandit, Sandy, I just want you to know that none of this would have been possible without that continuing love and the awareness that was created through your love for Bandit and sharing her with everybody. Thank you. Is there anything you want to say to the 6,500 people who are following you and Bandit and Sandy on Facebook and are going to watch this video and are waiting for this video to see what you have to say? What do you have to say to them?
Don't ever give up. Never give up. Be the human being that these dogs expect of you, to love them, to care for them, and never give up. Never, ever.
Thank you. That's probably, you sum it up in a short sentence, but I think that's what it is. It's about loyalty and dedication and just staying true, right?
Exactly. Love always wins.
Absolutely.
Please let it happen, because it will. It will. Never give up.
Exactly. Thank you, Sandy, for sharing.
Thank you.